So last week we talked about the personality traits of a good legal bookkeeper, and this week we're going to talk about the personality traits of the attorney client. I think by far number one is clear communication skills. Clients who can articulate their financial needs and expectations clearly are easier to work with. Effective communication often fosters a strong working relationship. They should be organized and detail oriented. Attorneys who pay attention to detail and maintain organized financial records makes that bookkeeping process smoother and more accurate. Timeliness. So timeliness is also critical. Clients who provide their financial documents and information on time help the bookkeeping firm. Well, they help us meet our deadlines and they help us to maintain financial compliance. So we're not having to bug them all the time for documents. The next personality trait would be transparency. Transparency in financial matters is essential. Clients who are often open about that financial situation and forthcoming with information are easy to work with. So if they let us know they're buying a house ahead of time, we're not up against it when they say they needed that information yesterday. I think they need to be collaborative too. A willingness to collaborate and work closely with the bookkeeping firm, it will demonstrate a commitment to maintaining accurate financial records and complying with regulations. We have a lot of regulations we need to comply with, so it's important to have that kind of a relationship. I think this is a big one, and I think sometimes it's missed on those bad clients, but appreciation for your professional expertise. Clients who respect the expertise of their bookkeeping firm are open to their recommendations and tend to have more successful financial partnerships. In other words, we have that communication, we give them advice, they take it, they follow through with it. It just makes a beautiful relationship. And also, you should have a respect for billing and payment. So you should be getting your money paid up front. You shouldn't do any work without being paid up front. But having a relationship where the attorney appreciates the value of the services they receive creates a healthy financial relationship. Adherence to legal regulations. So this is really critical. Attorneys who prioritize compliance with legal and accounting regulations make bookkeeping easier and the bookkeeper's job easier, and it reduces the risk of financial issues. It's also helpful, and you can help your clients with this, it's also helpful to have a long-term vision. So any client who views the relationship with the bookkeeping firm as a long-term partnership are more likely to invest in their systems and practices and benefit their financial health if they've got that kind of relationship. Problem solving skills are important. And most attorneys have great problem solving skills. It's part of their job. But clients who can address financial challenges proactively and work collaboratively to find solutions are so much easier to work with in the long run. So now I'm going to flip it and tell you the traits that you need to look out for. And you'll see in this list that it's the opposite of everything I just mentioned. So you don't have great communication. So you work with a client who's vague or unresponsive. Those types of clients, their communication style can lead to a lot of misunderstandings and errors, sometimes a little bit of an increased heat in conversations when it's around their bookkeeping. A client that's disorganized is definitely not a client that you want to work with. Attorneys who consistently provide messy or incomplete financial documentation can make the bookkeeping process more challenging. If they have constant changes, so frequent changes in their financial procedures or their expectations can disrupt the bookkeeping process and workflow and lead to many inefficiencies, and it just doesn't make for a great relationship. Any client that's resistant to your advice, clients who resist professional advice are often unwilling to make the necessary financial improvements and may experience ongoing issues. And it's really truly about that relationship. It's really a partnership. Another one that we don't really experience because we try to get paid up front. We don't try to, we make sure we get paid up front, but anytime the client's payment bounces or they tell you to stretch it out further and make you go forward and maybe run their credit card later because they don't have the money, those don't make for good relationships. A lack of transparency, clients who are not forthcoming about their financial matters and they kind of conceal information can create trust issues. And you don't want to have trust issues with your client. Any client that's a high risk taker. So a client who engages in risky financial practices can require additional attention and guidance, and just guidance to maintain compliance. Any client that just doesn't want to have focus with you, they have short-term focus. They spend like 10 seconds and you know that their brain is off somewhere else. Those clients that only seek short-term solutions without considering that long-term goal or planning may not fully benefit from the bookkeeping firm's expertise. Any client that's not willing or unwilling to be legally compliant is that's almost a no-brainer. You just need to disassociate with those clients. Attorneys who consistently kind of not pay attention to the trust regulations, or they skirt regulations, or they fail to address compliance concerns pose a risk to both their firm and your bookkeeping firm. And you really want to disassociate with those clients. Any client that has an unrealistic expectation. So clients who have unrealistic expectations can become very quickly dissatisfied with the bookkeeping firm's performance. And also, even if it's delivering a quality service, they can feel that they're not getting what they paid for. So ultimately, a successful client bookkeeping firm relationship and legal bookkeeping requires good communication, trust between the client and the attorney, and a shared commitment to financial compliance and efficiency. So by identifying these traits, and I hope this kind of really draws the picture for you, it can help you manage any challenges and proactively lead to a productive and a mutually beneficial partnership. And that's really where the whole relationship as a bookkeeper or the accountant and the client land. A great partnership is where you want to be. I hope this was helpful if you're starting to delve into working with attorney clients, or you're considering it. Really, this can be for any client that you have. It doesn't specifically have to be with law firm clients. These are great tips for any client and bookkeeping relationship and a client relationship. We really have to have all of these traits the boxes checked off. And if you found this information helpful, hit the subscribe now, and we'll see you all next week. Bye now.